Budget Beast pitchers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca back at the Church of Chewbacca, and today we're going to go over the Budget Beast pitchers. My requirements for the Budget Beast list, at least the ones that I'm making, is I'm going to give you the top 10 players for pitchers first, and then we're going to do infield, then we're going to do outfield. Catchers are with the infield, by the way, if you're curious. But the requirements are as follows. 15,000 stubs or less on the marketplace. It has to be a card that you can buy. Therefore, guys like Byron Buxton's Player of the Month are automatically disqualified. I understand that card is 100% free, but it is a grind and it's not a card you can just pick up in the marketplace. So although it is probably the best budget beast in the game right now, if you want to be technical, because it's for free, it's something you got to grind for. It's something you can't just buy in the marketplace. These are cards that you can buy in the marketplace right now. Once you watch this video, you can literally go buy all 10 of these guys if you want. That's the requirements. 15,000 stubs or less, as well as can buy on the marketplace. Also, I'm sure you guys have noticed, we're going to be giving a $25 gift card away for PlayStation or Xbox if we get the channel up to 1,500 subscribers. And then after the 1,500 subscribers, I thought it was such a good idea that every 250 subscribers that I get, I will be giving away a $25 gift card for PlayStation or Xbox. So let's keep growing this channel, growing the community. I appreciate all of your guys' support that I've gotten so far. Let's get into it. Honorable mentions. The only guy that's going to be in the honorable mentions is Shohei Ohtani. And the biggest reason he's in the honorable mentions is the fact that he will probably go diamond and he's only about 4,500 stubs. So a very good price. Do I think he gets the +5 in the roster update? Possibly. He might get a +4 and they might hover him at 84 for the gold and then give him the diamond if he keeps playing really well. But he does throw a fastball about 99. The slider's going to go 82, 86 on the splitter, 74 on the curveball. The thing that's holding him back is he doesn't have the best stamina for a starting pitcher at 83. Then he has 83 hits per 9, 84 K per 9. Those aren't great numbers. On top of, if you are a guy that plays offline, that 50 home runs per 9 is really scary. And he's relatively hard to control as well. The big upside to Ohtani that a lot of pitchers don't have is going to be his hitting. 78 contact versus righty, 92 power versus righty. So you can definitely bat him in the lineup and keep him in there for as long as he's pitching well for you, especially against right-handed pitching. Against lefties, he's not terrible at 51 contact versus lefty, 58 power versus lefty. He's also very fast at 86 speed, has 94 arm strength, 62 fielding. You could probably play him in the outfield if you really wanted to as a platoon guy. However, this card, you don't have that option. You do have that option with the Player of the Month card, as he is a left fielder by trade. However, he's not a pitcher. But once again, that Player of the Month card is literally the same pitching attributes as this live series Ohtani is. However, like I said, free 99 does not count as a budget beast because you have to grind for it. We're talking about guys you can buy in the marketplace for 15K or less. Let's get into the top 10 list. Number 10. This might be a guy that's under a lot of people's radars, to be honest. A left-handed reliever that's for the Oakland Athletics, 2020 veteran, Jake Diekman. He's 83 overall, throws a four-seam fastball, slider, and sinker, and he's left-handed. There's not too many left-handed relievers in the game right now, especially ones that are for budget prices. He does have max 125 hits per 9, 98 K per 9, so those are good numbers. If you are an offline player, he's at 84 home runs per 9, which does matter offline, not online, but matters offline. He does have a bit of a control issue, though. He's going to throw about 97 miles an hour for the four-seam fastball. The slider goes 83. The sinker goes 95. I think overall he's a great budget card. He's under 5,000 stubs. He's about 4,400, 4,500, just like the Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani's only up like that because a lot of people think he's going to go diamond, so they're investing in him. The Diekman will probably stay about the same price for a while, if not drop down a little bit, until some collections come out that involve veterans. But Diekman's going to take the 10th spot for me. Number 9. It's probably not the best day to display the number 9 guy in James Karinchak. 83 overall. He's obviously playing down today with a 78 overall, which is unfortunate. He's right-handed throwing, right-handed batting. Throws a four-seam fastball, 12-6 curveball, and then two-seam fastball. He's going to hit about 98. His 9s are very good, though. 102 hits per 9, 107 K per 9, 73 home run per 9 for those offline users. A little bit wild, just kind of like that Diekman. He's coming in at a very good price, though, at under 4,000 stubs. So that's a great price. He's going to throw hard. He has the 12-6, which moves different than the curveball, so that's kind of interesting. I wish he'd have a changeup, but he doesn't. Overall, I think he comes in at number 9 because I think he's a little bit more well-rounded than the Diekman is, especially if he's playing up. Unfortunately, today he's playing down, so he's probably a card I'd avoid a little bit. So it's not the best day to display this Karinchak. However, he is a very good budget relief pitcher. Number 8. The Rays prospect Shane Bays is coming in at number 8. I will say that his price is a little bit high right now at about 6,500 stubs because people are trying to collect the prospect cards rather than just doing the conquest to get that Jarred Kelenic that just came out. However, this guy's right-handed throwing, right-handed batting. He has a 4-seam fastball, slider, changeup, and curveball. He's a starting pitcher. He can throw the ball 100 miles an hour. His slider goes 86, changeup goes 84, curveball goes 80. Great change of pace in his pitches, and he has the 4 basic pitches that pretty much everybody's used to throwing with. He has 82 stamina, which hurts him a little bit, but I do think you can get a solid 5 to 6 innings out of this guy every time he comes out on the mound for a budget team. He has 86 hits per 9, 83 K per 9, 57 base on balls per 9, 71 home run per 9 with 74 pitching clutch, 68 control, 92 velocity, 97 break. He has a lot of movement on his pitches, as we will see when we are toggling the pitch attributes to the break. That 97 on the slider is huge, and his changeup drops a lot, which makes him very effective. This is where he has the advantage over Ohtani, because you're looking at his numbers and you're like, well, Ohtani's numbers were pretty much the same. Bays actually, pitching-wise, has better numbers, and we're going based off of pitchers. It's nice that Ohtani can hit, as I've already mentioned. However, Ohtani will probably make this list if he goes diamond, because he'll get a big bump in his hits per 9 and K per 9. But right now, he's off the list in honorable mentions. Bays is in at 8 because of the fact that he has such good pitch break, and he actually has a little bit better control than Ohtani does as well, if you compare the numbers side by side. That's why he's coming at the 8th spot for me. Number 7. The Yankees prospect Luis Gill's 82 overall right-handed throwing relief pitcher, throws a 4-seam fastball, slider, and changeup. He's going to throw his 4-seam fastball 98 miles an hour, which means it's going to go 100. He throws a slider 87, changeup 85. He doesn't have the best pitch repertoire. However, he does have 99 hits per 9, 97 K per 9. 86 home runs per 9 for the offline users. Pretty decent pitching clutch at 84 for a lower gold. When I first made this list, it was right before Kelenic came out, and I've just been dealing with terrible allergies. So like yesterday, I couldn't even breathe or record a video. So his price has actually skyrocketed a little bit to about 6,800 stubs, but I still think he's on this list, and I'm still going to keep him at number 7. I think the list still holds firm because these guys' price is going to drop down once everyone realizes Kelenic's good, but he's not somebody you should be investing 80, 90,000 stubs into. Just my personal opinion, but we'll talk about that for a different day about the Jarred Kelenic. I do like his swing, though. Kelenic's swing is definitely glitchy. What I will say, too, on top of the pitch velocity, he has pretty decent control, not the best, but he has really good break on his slider at 89. He's a relief pitcher that throws very hard, has that slider and changeup combination. I think he can be pretty dangerous for you. And he has really good stamina for a relief pitcher at 31. So you can probably get 2 innings out of him, maybe 3 innings if he's really wheeling and dealing. That's what has Gill coming in at my 7th spot. Number 6. Carlos Rodon comes in at the 6th spot, the starting pitcher for the White Sox. This is whenever he threw his no-hitter, the 20th no-hitter in White Sox history. He throws a 4-seam fastball, slider, changeup, 2-seam fastball, and curveball. He's a great pitch repertoire, if I'm being honest with you. He has pretty much everything. 4-seam fastball is going to go about 98 miles an hour. His slider goes 86, changeup 86, 94 on the 2-seam fastball, 77 on the curveball. Then you're looking, he has pretty good control. Everything's going to be 72 or higher. That's great control for right now in the game. On top of his break is ridiculous. 99 on the slider, 99 on the changeup, 96 on the 2-seam fastball. My biggest concern with this Rodon is the simple fact that his Ks per 9 is a 67, which I know isn't a huge deal. His hits per 9 is 91, which isn't a huge number either. And honestly, there's just 5 guys that I think are better value than he is on this list that's there. And there's only one starting pitcher that's actually above him, and we're going to go over that guy relatively shortly on this list, more than likely. The 95 stamina is not the best either. He threw a complete game with only 95 stamina. I would think that they could give him something in the hundreds, but I get why they gave him the rating that they gave him. And he has a really easy motion to throw with. So he's coming in at 6. Could you say maybe he should be a little bit higher? Of course you could. He's also selling for about 10,000 stubs, so that factored in a little bit as well. Let's move on to the top 5 of this list. Rodon just misses it by a little bit. Let me know in the comments down below if you think he should be higher on the list, or maybe he's where he belongs. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. Number 5. Starting off the top 5 is rookie Troy Percival. Played for the California Angels, Anaheim Angels, Los Angeles Angels, whatever you want to call them. He's an 87 overall relief pitcher that throws right-handed. 4-seam fastball, 12-6 curve, changeup. He's going to throw 97, which means it's going to go up to about 100. More than likely 99, though, with the 12-6 curve at 82, then an 84 changeup. So great change of pace. Different movements on his pitches. He has pretty good pitch control, as you can see. The change is a little bit iffy, but his 12-6 curve is nasty. I promise you guys that. He has great break on it as well at 89, the 64, and the changeup. The biggest thing with the changeup is it just looks exactly like his fastball, and it drops down almost 20 miles an hour. That's huge. You're looking at his attributes. He has 27 stamina, 112 hits per 9, 109 K per 9, so great 9s for the hits per 9 and K per 9. 73 home run per 9, 89 pitching clutch. He's a little bit wild, but overall, he's one of the better relievers. And the biggest reason why the relievers are king of the top 5 here is there's not too many great relievers. There's a lot of great diamond pitchers that are out there. There's not as many good relievers, in my opinion. And you can get some of them on a pretty decent budget, especially as Troy Percival being one of them. There's going to be a few more that come up here that I think you could kind of fill out your bullpen a little bit with some budget guys if you wanted, and still be competitive without spending all your stubs on your bullpen. Number 4. The fourth guy on my list is John Smoltz, and I get that his price is slightly above 15,000 stubs at this point. Yesterday it wasn't. Whenever I made this list, you could get him for under 15,000 stubs. However, I guess his price has jumped up a little bit in the last day. Maybe people are trying to flip him for whatever reason. I'm not sure. He's staying on my list at number 4 because I still think he's close enough to being a budget guy when it comes to the stub amount. That does factor in, though. If he was 8,000 stubs, he'd probably be a little bit higher up on this list, if I'm being honest with you. I did factor in the price of these cards a little bit to what you're getting out of them, like value-wise. And I think this Smoltz, being that he has the 4-seam fastball, slider, splitter, and changeup that goes 96 for the fastball, 87 on the slider, 89 on the splitter, and 86 on the changeup, with pretty good control on his first 3 pitches at 82 plus, even though the changeup's only at 65. And then you're factoring in the break on that slider. His slider's absolutely filthy. I'm surprised it's not his primary pitch, as he really went to his slider whenever he was a closer for the Atlanta Braves and not a starter anymore, because this is his closing pitcher card. Either way, I think it's a phenomenal card. He's 110 hits per 9, 84 K per 9, 77 base on balls per 9, 99 home run per 9. You offline guys, this is a huge card for you. People are not going to hit dingers against this guy. He has really good control in my opinion, and he has a very easy motion to throw with. The 25 stamina hurts him a little bit, but I got him coming in at number 4 on my list. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this John Smoltz. Number 3. The third guy on this list was the only face of the franchise card whenever the legend face of the franchises came out last year. That was a relief pitcher, and it's Tom Hankey. It's his 1987 All-Star card, 88 overall. I gave this card an in-depth true review, and I think it's a pretty decent card. He throws 100 miles an hour if you max out that pitch speed, even though it says 98 there. Forkball's 91. Very hard forkball. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Lee Smith, other than his forkball goes a little bit harder, but it has the same movement, and it's super deceptive. Then he has the 85 slider. Obviously, we did an in-depth true review. He has very good control of that 4-seam fastball forkball. The slider's a little erratic. You got to be careful with that one. The pitch break on that forkball, just like I said with Lee Smith, very deceptive. Looks like his fastball out of his hand, and it just drops off the table. That's what you want to see for a forkball. Very good pitch. Looking at 95 hits per 9, 112 K per 9, 70 base on balls per 9, 66 home run per 9, 85 pitching clutch, 79 control. He has 28 stamina. He's a closing pitcher. Honestly, this guy was selling for about 14,000 stubs when I made this. If he's a little bit more now, I apologize, but the reason he's ahead of Smoltz is because he was always about 1,000 stubs cheaper than Smoltz was, and I think they're roughly about the same pitcher in my opinion. Number 2. The second guy on this list and the highest rated starting pitcher is the brand new future stars Michael Kopech, 87 overall. Right-handed throwing, throws a 4-seam fastball, slider, changeup, curveball, and 2-seam fastball. Looking at his pitch velocity, it says 99. He does have outlier 1, which means he can throw 102, which is huge. Being able to throw 102 as a starting pitcher is just gigantic in this game. A lot of dudes cannot hit that pitch to begin with. On top of, he throws a slider that's 85, so that's a huge pitch differential. Then the 88 changeup, 78 on the curveball, 96 on the 2-seam fastball. You're looking at his pitch control. It's not the best, but he does throw his fastball and slider pretty accurately, as well as his 2-seam fastball, which is huge. The curveball and the changeup are a little dicey when it comes to control. The movement, though, is very good on that slider, which makes him a difference maker and the curveball. So it's something you have to factor in. On top of, he has one of the best prices for a budget card that is his caliber at about 8,000 stubs. He's 84 stamina, 88 hits per 9, 92 K per 9 with 57 base on balls per 9, 74 home run per 9, 71 pitch and clutch, 70 control. The velocity obviously should be 99 with 87 break. Very easy to throw with as well. I really, really like this card. He's probably my favorite budget beast, even though there's one guy that's taken over the number 1 spot over him. Number 1. The guy that I got for the best budget beast pitcher in the game right now is Kenley Jansen, relief pitcher, rookie from 2011 for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's right-handed throwing, a switch hitter, 87 overall, throws a cutter as his primary with the slider, changeup, and two-seam fastball. He has 110 hits per 9, 125 K per 9. He's a little bit erratic and wild, but that's okay with the 39 based on balls per 9. And then you'll see his pitch control. He does have the cutter under control at 89. The slider and changeup are wild, 59 or less, 74 and a two-seam fastball. But for his pitch break, he has great pitch break on his first 2 pitches, the cutter and the slider. And that combo is deadly for this Kenley Jansen, especially for the price you pay for him. On top of, he's going to throw about 96 miles an hour. And his two-seam fastball goes opposite of his cutter, and they go the same speed. The changeup goes 87. The slider drops down to 83. You're throwing 2 pitches that look the exact same. One goes much slower than the other. On top of, you have a pitch that goes the other way of the other pitch. Great pitch repertoire. He has great attributes. Overall, he's about 15,000 stubs at the making of this video. His price might rise or drop, but he is my number 1 budget beast. He's right on the cusp of being a budget beast, but he's so good that I got to put him at number 1. Let me know what you guys think about him being number 1 on this list. That's going to wrap up my list for the top 10 budget beast pitchers. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think that my list was accurate? Do you think maybe there were some other guys that should have been on the list? I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you like these budget beast videos, let me know if you think the 15K requirement is too high of a stub price. I can always drop it down to 10K. I can drop it down to 5K and find dudes that could help your team potentially. Now, granted, we've been playing a little bit, and I think a lot of people have at least 15,000 stubs to spend on a card or 2 here or there. So personally, I think 15K was the right price. But if you think it should be lower, let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback on that. But if you like a list like this, I can do one of these every other week. When new cards come out, let you know if they're a budget beast, how good they are. I mean, obviously, I'm doing the true reviews and stuff, but I love to help you guys out. So if you like a list like this, let me know in the comments. I need to hear it from you so I get some feedback so I know exactly what you guys want to see on the channel. As already mentioned in the intro, $25 gift card giveaway for Xbox or PlayStation. Get the 1,500 subscribers. We get this $1,750. I'll give away another $25 gift card. So every 250 on this channel, I'm giving you guys a $25 gift card. You got my word. Mark it down. And if we ever get the really big numbers, like 5,000 or something, we're going to do even a bigger giveaway. So let's see how big we can grow this community. I know that you guys have been enjoying the videos, and I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with any of your friends that play MLB The Show 21. You guys have a great day, and be safe.